Hi everyone, so I just did my 22-week update, so if you want to go check that out, go check it out. Today I'm going to do a video about how I'm going to manage 2 kids, or how I think I'm going to manage 2 kids. So if you're interested in watching that, just please stay. I know a lot of you that probably have 2 or 3 children, you might be thinking, you don't even know what you're in for, or that's not going to work, or whatever you might think, say, whatever it may be. I am just going, this is just what either I've been told, what I think might be a good idea, and what just makes sense in my mind to do. So some of these obviously are probably things that people have told me, heard, seen, whatever. If you have any ideas at all of things that really worked for you, please tell me. Or even if you've done one of the things that I did and you had success, just let me know, because it would really, push me to want to do that. The first thing that I find that it's going to be the most difficult in having 2 kids, Weston will be 3 in November and she's due August 1st. So he's going to be really close to 3. He's already very independent, but as of right now, whew, he is a handful. He is terrible twos, like to the max. He's very, very, very defiant. He yells and screams and hits, and we're dealing with a lot of nastiness. So I think he's definitely going through some sort of transition right now, which is nice for him to do now rather than when she comes. So hopefully by then, maybe he'll have a better vocabulary, he'll be fully potty trained, don't have to worry about any of those things on top of it. My first thing is food prep. So food prep, when you're pregnant and you're getting ready for your baby for yourself, is I'm going to make freezer meals and I'm going to have like easy snacks to have and all these things, right? Which is great because you want to be able to eat properly and healthy after baby comes. But when you have another child, it's like, okay, so what's going to happen when husband goes back to work and family is not there to help? What am I going to do with making sure that they have their food healthy and readily available for me? So one of the things is obviously having snacks pre-made for Weston after I have. This is what the plan is for when I have baby girl, is my mom is going to come out I'm hoping 3 weeks, but it'll probably be 2 weeks. Evan gets the prenatal leave because he's working here. We're just here on a work visa, so I'm just, here having babies. So he will get it, but the movie he's working on is like literally crunch time when she's due. It's probably the worst time to have a baby for anybody in the studio, but that's just circumstances, right? So I told him, I definitely want you home for a week. Regardless, I want you home for a week. So he's going to do that. Depending on when my mom comes, it might get a little bit shortened or might be longer. If my mom can't get a proper affordable flight, she might come out 2 weeks later or whatever. With Weston, she came out a week and a half later and it was perfect. But I told her this time, you can come immediately because Evan's going to have to help with Weston. My mom can help with me. If I somehow need a C-section, I will have that extra help. So that's what's going to happen with all that. So once everybody's gone, I'm not going to have the ease of being able to have someone else feed them or feed Weston or feed me or whatever. So while my family is here, while Evan's home, whatever, I am going to try to prep snacks that won't go bad for when they leave. So maybe a few days before my mom goes back home, I will prep like snacks, like, this was my thing that I was thinking, is having Tupperware that's like a rectangle in the fridge on one side that has like bags or whatever of snacks. So like, a thing of like certain vegetables that Weston likes to dip in hummus, and then have hummus in the house. Grapes and strawberries and all those kind of things, all readily available for me to just give to him, grab, and he can have. Right now, that stuff is already really easy for me to prepare, but I'm thinking in the aspect of baby girl's attached to the boob, he's freaking out because he's hungry or he needs a snack. I somehow feel like I can't control the situation, but there's food, he's hungry, I can feed him. It's very quick. In terms of like dinners and stuff, or lunches, breakfasts, same kind of thing. I don't know if any of you guys have ever done this, but making pancakes and freezing them, like, why didn't I been told this years ago? Because it is the easiest thing. I make him a batch of pancakes. I put them all in the freezer. Every morning, if he wants one, he can have one, whatever. There's always other things for him to have options for, but that is so easy. So incredibly easy. It's very easy to make an egg. Boiling eggs and having, you know, hard-boiled eggs for him to eat. Stuff like that. So I want to have easy foods that are healthy to be pre-prepared. In terms of entertainment for Weston, I'm probably going to have things readily available for him. Thank the stars that I am pregnant, having her in the summer, because our backyard has a lot of stuff. We actually even have a pool. I don't know how good it would be because it'll be very hot and I won't be able to go in the pool right away. For her to be out in the sun and all that kind of stuff when it's that warm. But if we're playing in the backyard, he has a little kiddie pool. He has a water table. He has tons and tons of stuff to do. The kid can play with the hose if he wants. There's lots of stuff to do out there. So that's good. But if he's bored and he wants to play, we have Play-Doh. We have those, I think they're called dot paints or something like that. It literally looks like a bingo dabber, but it's paint. It's like non-toxic and it's all good. He likes playing with those. It's an easy mess. It doesn't stain. It doesn't wash. It washes out perfectly. So stuff like that, that is so easy to just grab and have him play with is key. I, as a parent, have really, I think, evolved, as most of us do as our children get older, as you become a little bit more calmer. The way that you deal with situations that are stressful are a little bit differently than you did when they were first born. One thing that I've been told from every single person is second babies are so much less stressful to have. You know more, and this is just talking about the newborn, the baby, not your toddler. Is that they're so much easier. All those fears that you had when you had your first baby, you don't have that. You're not fearing like these kind of, I guess what we would think would be kind of insane things to think that would happen to your baby. You're not so paranoid. Oh, don't touch him, or don't do this, or don't do that, or like, she's like, I was so much more relaxed, and I feel like I'm going to be the same way. I'm really going to try to be more like that. As a person, I mean, this is getting a little off topic. I'm more positive. I'm trying to be more positive about life. I'm trying not to let negative people take me down and stuff like that. So that in itself is going to help with dealing with two kids. Weston, of course, has his moments even now where I'm just like, I'm going to blow up. But I know that whatever's going on is not personal. Like, I don't look at it now and say, you're doing this to hurt me, or you're doing this to make me upset, or you're doing this because you don't like me. Those things aren't true. You know, your kids don't act out because they hate your guts. It's probably because they want like attention, or they're going through something. They have teeth coming in, or they're going through a growth spurt, or, I mean, there's so much things that happen that I think go up until at least age 5 with your children being certain ways, trying to figure out who they are. I mean, let's be serious. When you're a teenager, you're kind of crazy too, right? So I'm just trying to be more calm about it. Just be more relaxed. Not think that everything that's happening is never going to end. My one friend said, like, I remember with my first baby, if there was anything where like a sleepless night, or they weren't latching well, or they had gas, I was always thinking this is never going to end. And even Evan made a really good point one day. He said to me, it's not going to last forever. You're not going to have a newborn forever. You're not going to have a 6-month-old forever. You're not going to have a 1-year-old forever. So just enjoy the time that you have. And especially, this is my last baby. I just want to enjoy it. And I know there's postpartum, and I know there's going to be extremely stressful situations. Something that we are starting to look into, which I did not want to do at all. Not because I thought you're a terrible person if you do this or whatever, but I just thought I can handle it. It'll be fine. Is that we're actually looking in putting in Weston into preschool and Montessori school for 3 days a week. We have figured out a way to be able to pay for it because it's kind of expensive. And I found a place that I'm waiting for a callback, seeing if I can get on a waiting list for September. And it'll kind of be a perfect time, you know. she'll be like hopefully more than 4 weeks old, and we can have him in sort of a place where he can feel like he can play with other kids. And that is my thing that I struggle with daily, is that we don't have any close friends, family that live around that my child can go and play with on a daily basis. I know some wonderful women, you guys know who you are if you're watching, that I do see sometimes, but they have lives, you know, they have things that they have to do, and I really don't have a crazy life right now. So if I'm not seeing them, we're just hanging out. He does go to Gymboree. He's there right now with Evan, and he has a blast there, and he loves playing with the kids. And sometimes when he sees kids, he'll go, "Friend, hi friend." And he never used to do that. So that's another huge thing for him, is getting him in something like that. And it gives me help during the week, essentially, to alleviate maybe a little bit of the stress. And if any of you guys do have some kids in daycare and you had a newborn, tell me what it was like. Did you notice that you felt a little less stress? I mean, I am assuming that it's going to help. If something happens and we can't do it, that's fine too. I do have other friends, besides a couple of girls that I know that I met through here, that have kids or that don't have kids but love hanging out with Weston, that would be totally happy to help me out. So I guess we'll just wait and see. I guess this video kind of turned into like, what are we going to do the first couple weeks? How are we going to manage 2 kids? And how am I going to be? Whatever you want to call this video, this is kind of what I feel like is going to happen with us. I feel like it's probably going to be a little bit hard. I feel like it might be a little bit easy. I feel like I'll be a little bit more relaxed. And my husband is a very relaxed person. If you were to put us on a scale, I'm definitely more up here and he's way down here. Like, he's definitely a lot more calmer than I am. And if you guys have been with someone for a long time, you end up usually taking a lot of their traits, or they take your traits, or you kind of switch off a little bit. And I sometimes find myself being more calmer with Weston. And as you guys know, when you are calmer with your babies and kids, they react differently. They react in a more positive way. So I'm just going to try that. That's going to be my thing that I'm going to focus on, is positivity, you know, making sure that things that aren't important are put off to the side. It doesn't matter if I can't cook dinner every night. It doesn't matter if I don't get to take a shower every day. It doesn't, like, these things are so minuscule in the grand scheme of things that it's okay for me. I don't mind it. So that's pretty much it for this video. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, any other videos that you think I should do, any other tips and stuff that you guys have for me, that would be wonderful. I will take as many things as I possibly can to let you know of videos that I'm going to be doing that are related to this type of stuff, that are pregnancy updates. I'm going to talk about if I'm going to use hypnobirthing with this pregnancy, if I'm going to have a doula or not. That's still up in the air. If I'm going to go straight for the epidural, if I'm going to try it natural, like anything that is related to labor, I'm going to do a video. That's pretty much it. I'm blubbering like crazy. So you guys have a wonderful day whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye.